Good morning, my Facebook and my YouTube fans. So, I just want to jump on very quickly. Yes, I'm alive. Hurricane Milton has passed. It has left a dramatic amount of debris, broken branches, leaves, and so on and so forth. And it took me 7 days, 7 days 5 days of burning. Thank God I could actually burn something on this property by virtue of the size. So it wasn't an issue, right? But 5 days straight burning. Amazing. The fire didn't go out for 5 straight days. So that was something to me, right? So what else had happened? So I got so focused and I suspected that Hurricane Milton was going to bring some special energy with it. And it did. What was the energy? The energy of renewal. There was something about this hurricane for me that really resonated deeply. So I started cleaning and I started organizing and I started opening up stuff and unpacking some of the stuff that was packed up for years. I started unpacking it. One of the things that came across to me very profoundly was when we store things. About two staple guns. Well, they're really picture framing guns, right? They connect the frame to the back of the picture. I do picture framing too. And two exact same thing. And I had one out using, and I was using it all the time. This one I had stored because it was special. I want to keep this one just in case when the other one went out, then I'll have well, so said, so done. The one that I had stored, there was some plastic component to it. And I said, let me just, press the trigger and all of that. It shattered completely. What I discovered is that the plastic was gone, right? Now, reflecting on this, I remembered some of my air gun, right? I'm a tool guy. I love tools, right? A lot of my air guns, they were destroyed the same way. Why? Non-usage. Who would think that not using something would contribute to its demise? So I got thinking today and I said, oh my God, then this is not just particular to tools, it's particular to talents. Whatever talents you got, whatever resources you got, right? The tendency for us, and this has to do with wealth as well, right? Is if you have some wealth, if you have some resources, the tendency, not all of us, to be honest with you, right? But a lot of us, a good portion of us, is to store the stuff away. This is why all these storage businesses are booming business, They become very profitable because of people's dispensation mentally that they have to store things. And I said to myself, if I'm losing this gun because it wasn't used, I'm losing my nail gun, my pneumatic tools because they weren't used. What's going on with our lives when you're not using stuff? When you're not putting things into action or putting them to the purpose for which they were made, right? Now I'm taking it one step further. What about people who stored money and resources? What is that doing for our nation, our country, right? I'm thinking, what do you think? I think from an energetic standpoint, I think that we're doing a very big disservice to ourselves. We have this energy of fear that we're going to store stuff for the future. We're going to keep stuff for, and what is going on? There's an anomalous future. We don't know what the future is. We think we know, but we don't know, right? And I think the best thing that we can do is to live in the now. Use what you have. And I'm not saying you must go out there and be a spendthrift and, and all that and waste away all your stuff. I'm not suggesting that for 1 second. What I'm suggesting is that we need to examine our lives and to see where things are stagnated from an energetic standpoint. That's the highest level. And then bring that down. What are the things in my lives that I really don't need? And if you don't need them, pass them on to somebody who does. And if you need them, use them. Use them. I think this would be a miraculous transformation in our collective community, in our society, in our nation. We have gone down the wrong path with this storing and this fear. This fear has done us a great disservice. Fear of tomorrow, fear of this guy, fear of that one, fear of this, fear of that. It's like an industry. We have developed a whole industry of fear. And we need to move beyond that. We need to first recognize that we are living in an industry of fear, in an environment of fear, and we need to do something about it, right? Our life is not forever. It's not forever. We're going to die. And everything that we think is valuable today is going to be meaningless tomorrow for somebody. Some things could be valuable, something they could use. I've seen so many times in Jamaica, where I'm from, people go back home and they build these massive homes, and, it's almost like a citadel of some sort, and they build it for their family. And very few ever go back and really enjoy it to the fullest extent, because the people who build a house are so old, they can't enjoy it. The places are so big, they can't maintain it. And then the children that they think is going to inherit it don't want it, right? So there's such a big